Money and stress seem to go hand in hand, and especially this time of the year. And that's why we decided to focus on healthy finances right now. And it's just money oftentimes brings up that element of anxiety and stress immediately because of bills that we know we have to pay, credit card, too much debt, items that maybe we want and can't get. And it's like, should money be this thing that develops such stress and anxiety, worry, or is it something that we should actually be able to enjoy because it's something that God actually does want us to have a joyous life? That's why we're talking about it here today. Ultimately, February is known as the month where the Christmas credit card bills hit. And it's like, wow, did I go too far? Did I think what I was going to spend was going to bring me joy? And how do I rearrange my priorities so that I can make sure that I'm getting joy out of what I'm getting? We're talking today about finances, and let's read it in this passage. Ecclesiastes chapter 5, verse 18 through 20. This is what I've observed to be good, it says, that it is appropriate for a person to eat, to drink, and to find satisfaction in their toilsome labor under the sun during the few days of life God has given them. For this is their lot. Moreover, when God gives someone wealth and possessions and the ability to enjoy them, to accept their lot and be happy in their toil, this is a gift of God. They seldom reflect on the days of their life because God keeps them occupied with gladness of heart. Oh, wow. So you're saying I can be happy with money and actually enjoy it. I love this. So what's this have to do with anything, Eric?
Yeah, I just love getting to this passage in talking about finances and just this picture of someone sitting there working hard and the gladness of their heart. I just think, wouldn't we all want that? Don't we all sit there and think the gladness of our heart? What a joyful picture that we can see in our lives. And to your point that you said, that money causes a stress of that. And so as we've talked through this week about things that we've done, maybe many of us are struggling with that. Maybe many of us are sitting there thinking, I'm not very good at this. I don't have a budget. I overspend. I do these things. But really, God, at the end of the day, is not trying to put principles in our lives to beat us up and beat us down. We may need help in those areas, but at the end of the day, He really wants to be a proud Father and have the gladness of our heart because we've enjoyed the blessings He's given us.
Absolutely. There's this element when we get to these finances and the joy of being that good steward gives us this element of freedom of choice. And freedom of choice gives us the options. I think all of us in life love options. Right. And when we go back and we look at our mindset and perspective, that building it on a good foundation that we talked about, our right mindset of what we do with it. And then making sure that we actually have something to be able to finish the project, as we talked about on Wednesday. And then this whole element, yesterday we talked about the three elements of give, save, or spend. And I just want to encourage you, as Eric said, that we shouldn't be beating ourselves up on this. There's an element today, you're listening to this, hopefully in its entirety, because you want to improve in it. And that is a great, healthy step. And if you need to talk with somebody else about finances, I encourage you to do it. But ultimately, God says that we should seek wisdom. We should seek wisdom and get wise counsel. And if it's an area that you struggle with, don't feel like you should have it all figured out. No big deal. You don't have it figured out yet. The fool is the one that stays in the place of a lack of knowledge, but the wise person is the one that seeks counsel. So I encourage you, get some more counsel towards this. And then we're going to be providing an additional lengthy video where Eric and I sit down for a longer conversation, and I'm going to have him school me on finances. He can end up giving me all kinds of tips and tricks, which will be applicable to all of us. If you'd like to participate, simply text the keyword money to the phone number that you get the daily dose from, or this phone number right here on the screen. And we'll be sure to be sending you an email so you can register for that class. Well, thank you so much. And we just want to pray that your finances are healthy and that you're able to use them for God's glory and to be able to advance His kingdom in your life. Thanks, everybody. Enjoying some of these tips on money? Well, we want to give you an in-depth look at this through an online video class that we're going to be doing. I'm going to interview Eric with some more principles of how we run North Coast Church, as well as his personal family. So encourage you to join us. Simply text the keyword money to this phone number right here on your screen, and we'll be sending you a link for you to be able to register to this online on-demand class. So hopefully you'll be joining us. text the keyword money to this phone number right here on your screen. There's no cost to it. We simply want to be able to give you additional resources.